In 2019, Volkswagen sold more than 210 of the very popular and affordable Volkswagen Golf. In 2022, that figure had dropped to 84,000. In 2019, Volkswagen sold 88,000 of the Tiguan, which has been the second most popular car in Germany for years. In 2022, Volkswagen, in a market that increased in size by 11% versus the previous year, sold 59,000. Volkswagen's two most popular cars, when combined together, had a 50% fall in sales in Germany. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. And the problem is far greater than anyone actually realizes. Why? Well, the same thing has happened to Volkswagen's third most popular model in Germany. Its sales have crashed as well. The Volkswagen Passat is down 45%. You might be saying, yeah, but Volkswagen's EVs, they've done the work to make up those numbers. But have they? 2022, it's now over. Germany is a big problem for Volkswagen. The media don't want you to know about this. They're keeping a tight lip on this. Every single story around Tesla, it's being said, it's being played up, but not this. And I think this is actually a real story because it's based on facts and real, correct information. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. My name is Sam Evans and I'm coming to you from Melbourne in Australia. Thank you for tuning in and thanks for supporting the channel in 2022. This year is going to be an amazing year. Now, last year I said that and I thought it would be for Volkswagen. The media have told you it was and they're lying. There's just no other way to explain it. I tell my boys, don't use the word lying. If someone says something and they're lying, don't say it. But this is a corporate behemoth. They lied about Dieselgate. They lied about the emissions of their cars. You know what? Tesla took first place in the German auto market in total electric car sales. Not models, total electric car sales. That's never happened before. Tesla increased its sales massively. In fact, so did some other car brands, not just Tesla. But Volkswagen sold less EVs in Germany in 2022 than it did in 2021. Now, I can give you probably 500 quotes from different representatives of the company saying that EV sales would increase worldwide in 2022. And yet, in their own home market, sales went down. I'm not talking down by 5. I'm talking down by 15%. And the reason that this is so significant is simply because car sales, EV sales, increased by 35% in Germany, right? So normally what happens when you have a rising tide, all ships come up, right? Well, most ships came up. Guess who came down? Porsche came down, right? Volkswagen Group. Volkswagen came down. Volkswagen Group. Guess who else came down? Skoda came down. Volkswagen Group. Really the only manufacturer that actually did well in Germany in 2022 when it comes to electric vehicle sales was Audi. And there's an article right now on Automotive News saying this is the electric car factory teaching Volkswagen how to actually make an EV. And I was going to do a video on that, but it's too late now. You know what it is. I've just told you. Basically, Volkswagen doesn't know how to make an EV. They're having to get Audi to teach them. That's their subsidiary. You can't make this stuff up. Now, the media would have you believe that there is this enormous demand problem for Tesla, and yet they delivered 39,000 EVs in 2021 in Germany, right? This year, they delivered 70,000. Volkswagen, the kings of Germany, they're the kings. They are. I mean, everyone says that. Everyone, look at all the... I've read this comment hundreds and hundreds of times. Volkswagen is killing Tesla in Europe. Volkswagen is killing Tesla in Europe. Over and over. It is nauseating how many times I have seen this written, especially on Inside EVs. It seems as though their forum there just cultivates brainless people who, not all of you, don't take that the wrong way. If you're one of those few who are actually using logic, yeah, that's great. But unfortunately, there's not a lot of people on there that are actually doing that. Here's the real logic. Volkswagen is not killing Tesla in Germany. It's the other way around, right? 39,000 to 70,000. That's an increase. That's not a demand problem. What about Volkswagen? 72,000 in 2021. Yeah? Now they're down to 63,000. What about Skoda? 16,000 in 2021. Now, no pandemic, everything's fine. 2022, they're down to 12,000. What about Porsche? I mean, Porsche are worth a lot of money. Have you seen their IPO lately? They're being valued at a very high multiple. Well, do you see the media saying there's a demand problem for Porsche? Do they say any of that? No. But if this had been Tesla, right? If Tesla sales had gone from 5,300 in their own country, basically in California, down to 4,700 the following year, in a market where 35% more people are buying EVs, in other words, 35% more EVs are sold, do you think the media would have told you there was a demand problem for Porsche? Are they doing that? I don't think so. They're not interested in the truth. The truth is something foreign to them. They're interested in getting you to go, shock horror. Let's dump the stock. Let's pay attention. Let's go on this dopamine roller coaster ride, right? Cortisol, stress hormones followed by dopamine. This roller coaster ride. Don't listen to the media. Don't send me emails. Please, guys, I love your emails and I do read them, but don't send me emails with this nonsense from the media. I'm not interested because it's pure, unadulterated garbage. Now, looking at Tesla's EV sales all over Europe. We don't have sales for every country yet, but we know Tesla dominated they dominated clearly, as you can see here, in Germany. They dominated in Norway. They dominated in the UK. They dominated in France. I mean, they're dominating in Europe. They don't have a demand problem in Europe. In fact, they don't have a demand problem at all. They would have a demand problem if they made a loss on their EVs like all the competition do. That's the truth. It doesn't matter what you want to say. Let's look at the facts. Let's just divorce ourselves from the religion or the cult of Tesla. Let's look at the facts. How much money did Tesla make selling EVs? How much money do all the legacy automotive companies make selling EVs? Right? Let's pretend all Tesla's competition were able to make their magical Tesla killers and they're all here next year and all of these were coming out in big numbers. I'm talking about, 50% of their cars were EVs. Would any of these guys be able to pay off their debts? Would they? I mean, can you give me some numbers, please, people? Give me some numbers showing me that is remotely possible. That's the issue here. Now, Tesla, sure, you may want to frame this as a demand problem, them reducing their prices. But even with the price changes, I don't think it's logical to say they have a demand problem if they weren't making a profit. Now, if Tesla was losing money like they were a few years ago and they had to reduce the price, yes, that is a demand problem. Fortunately, they're not in that situation. Tesla was Germany's best-selling electric car brand, followed by Volkswagen and Hyundai. Now, the thing is, Hyundai actually increased their sales. Americans, by the way, I've seen your comments saying I say Hyundai wrong. It's not pronounced Hyundai. You guys say it like that in America. That's fine. Everyone says it differently. But here in Australia, we say Hyundai. In fact, in South Korea, they said it in a totally different way that no one says it correctly. There is no real correct way to say it. We all say things differently. So anyhow, Hyundai went from 26,000 sales to nearly 33,000 EV sales. Not a huge increase, but it's still an increase. Fiat, 12,500 to 30,000. Opel, 18,000 to 30,000. Mercedes, 12,300 to 25,000. BMW, 16,500 to 23,500. Dacia, 4,000 to 14,400. Kia, 9,000 to 11,000. Polestar, 2,600 to 7,000. And even Ford, 2,700 to 5,800. As you can see, there is just no possible logical reason for anyone except the most diehard, absolute obsessed Volkswagen brand fan or Porsche brand fan to disagree with these numbers, which prove the demand problem lies with Volkswagen. Now, if you want to say, oh, no, that's not true. It's just, they said they have a chaos problem. They did say that, by the way, a few weeks ago. They have a supply chain chaos problem. They've had a supply chain chaos problem now for more than 2 years. When exactly will that fix itself? When exactly is that going to sort itself out so that they can, revert to dominating in Europe when it comes to electric car sales, which are the future. Obviously, we know that. When is that going to sort itself out? Please, of those of you who love Volkswagen and hate Tesla, you must know. So, let me know in the comments. New electric passenger vehicle registrations in Germany in 2022 increased by 33% to 471,000. That led to a new record 18% market share of the total German new car market. In other words, right, these numbers, they're increasing every year. Electric vehicle adoption is going up every single year. Guess what? Guess who's not coming along for the ride? Well, you know who it is. Aside from Tesla, Hyundai improved their position in the German electric vehicle sales charts from 11th to 4th. That's a pretty good improvement. Now, Renault was the only other real loser here. Renault delivered 27,858 EVs in 2022. In 2021, they delivered 32,709. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. That'll be interesting to see how Renault go in Germany. Remember, this is the biggest auto market in Europe. It's the biggest and the most valuable, right? The highest average car sale price is in Germany. That's what you want. You need that market for your margins. The other clear winners here were Mercedes. They doubled their EV sales in Germany. That's a really, really good result. Dacia, they tripled their sales in Germany. Yeah, their budget price range, so that's a bit different, but they still tripled their sales. That's a really good result for them. And another really big surprising winner here was Fiat by, more than doubling their sales from 12,500 to 30,000. And then you got Opel, who went from 18,000 to 29,300. Now, I actually don't believe any of these car manufacturers, aside from Tesla, are making a profit from EVs. I think that what their CEOs have all said is that they're currently not, but they hope to in the future. Now, that does kind of make sense if you think about it, considering the CEO of Leapmotor said that they need to sell 500,000 EVs per year to break even. They sell more than 500, they can start actually making a profit. So that could be the case for some of these manufacturers. It might take them more than that. No one really knows, because obviously they're not making most of their EVs in China. In fact, most of them are not making any of their EVs in China. That's probably going to be a big challenge for them, because guess what? The CEO of Stellantis just said it costs, well, I'll tell you how much it costs more to make an EV in Europe versus China. It's enormous. My video about that is coming out soon. As for the Volkswagen Group, well, guess who left the company? Guess who was fired? Herbert Diess. You know what? The wheels were falling off Toyota's EVs for about 7 months this year, and Toyota couldn't work out why. Well, now the wheels are falling off at Volkswagen, and the media hasn't said a word. Thanks for watching.